In today's Free-to-Play Friday video, I want to show you two teams that require little investment to be effective.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in today's video, I want to discuss a free-to-play team that is low on investment. Last week, we did free-to-play teams that were easy to get, and indeed, the week before, same kind of situation. But in this week's Free-to-Play Friday, we're going to discuss two teams, a magic-based team and a physical-based team that is low investment, low resource cost in order for it to be effective. But before we get into that, just as a quick reminder, I do live stream Monday through Friday. My schedule is on the screen right now. So if you'd like to hang out, then here in a couple hours, I will be live here on YouTube and on Facebook. Come and hang out, ask some questions, make fun of people, talk about how awesome Judge is. Whatever you got to do, we're going to have some fun. Let's jump into the teams. So again, let's talk about the Magic team first, but we're actually going to start talking about tanks first. Out of all of the tanks, I believe that Asteroth requires the least investment in order to be effective. And this is partly because of two reasons. One, generally speaking, his tanking ability is from his skills, and having them leveled up requires gold, but having that barbarian skin, that first barbarian skin that gives you armor, is really all you need for Asteroth to be an extremely effective tank. That violet ability that revives heroes will provide a lot of utility as you are working your way up through the ranks in arena, through the campaign, through the tower, etc. And of the other tanks, Aurora, Galahad, all the way up through Cleaver, they all require a good amount of investment. And the point of this video, just to kind of contextualize this a little bit further, I'm building teams with heroes with with heroes that may not be the easiest to get, but they don't require a ton of investment in order to be effective. So the damage dealer for our mage team is going to be Satori. Now, Satori on Facebook is not easy to get unless you get him on the 28th day out of one of those hero caskets, but you can purchase Satori from the Highwayman vendor on mobile as early as, I believe, level 18. And Satori is one of the most underrated heroes in all of Hero Wars. I actually did a video yesterday discussing how Satori will potentially be one of the highest damage dealing mages in the game, and he does require a little bit of investment, but the investment that you're saving elsewhere you can put into him. So Satori can be had easily. He's probably the easiest of the rest of these heroes to get. Let's talk about the next two the support heroes that we're going to stick with Satori, and that is Jorgen and Leon. Now, Jorgen can be had from the Outland vendor with Outland coins. I believe 28, maybe it's 30. I think it actually is 30. And Jorgen is one of those classically good heroes. He's good at energy management. He prevents energy from accumulating on the enemy's front line if you can get his ultimate off. But one of the cool things about Jorgen is if you slightly underlevel him, if you keep him slightly underleveled with the rest of your team and your competition, he's actually more effective, and they call it the sweet spot. I actually did a video about that also a little while ago. Leon is the only question mark I have here. You get Leon from the Grand Arena shop, and it doesn't require much to get Grand Arena coins to get Leon. All you have to do is participate once a day in Grand Arena, and you'll easily accumulate more than enough coins to purchase Leon. However, I just feel like Leon might be the best pairing with Satori, just because of what she does, and Satori's primary damage is a single target damage. And I think Leon's a good choice. But then to round out the team, we're going to go with Martha. Now, this is a controversial pick for this team. Controversial because it's not going to be the easiest to get. And that might not be the best focus for a free-to-play team is, a difficult-to-get healer. But of all of the healers in the game, with the exception of maybe Dorian, Martha probably requires the least amount of investment in order to be an effective healer. She's already tankier than Thea, and Dorian, and Celeste, and others. And her healing, while slow and over time, is particularly effective in this team, especially whenever you have Asteroth to keep your Satori alive. And it is my opinion that this is the least investment of all of the mage teams that you could build. There are probably some other good ideas that you could go in there, but a lot of them require 2 to 3 skin investments or maxed out artifacts or all kinds of other different things. But I feel like Asteroth, Satori, Jorgen, Lee, and Martha is a really inexpensive investment team that will be competitive in Arena and in Grand Arena. Might be worth considering for a second or third team if you already have a main team that you're investing a ton into. All right. So now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about that physical attacking team that costs little investment in order to be effective. We're going to start with Asteroth again for the reasons that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Low investment, high output, very good overall tank. You will use him somewhere even if you don't end up using him in this team. And then we're going to go with everyone's favorite physical damage dealer, maybe the favorite damage dealer overall, Kira. Now, Kira is really effective. She doesn't have all of her skins yet, and when she does get a 4th skin, if and when she does, I should say, she will be even stronger than she is now. And as you level her up, she starts to do that extra, the extra attack speed. She starts doing area of effect damage, which makes her really, really strong in the tower and the campaign, of course, in Arena. But then her Violet ability allows those extra damage on attacks. Kira, with low investment, becomes a very strong hero. Just level her up and max out her skills and try to level up her skins and artifacts as best you can. But who do we pair with Kira to make her more effective? This team is a little bit more straightforward than the mage team. We're going to go with Ching Mao. Now, Ching Mao is extremely easy to get. You get her from the Outland vendor. Again, very inexpensive, just to do your Outland stuff every day, collect Outland coins, and then buy Ching Mao skin stones or however you want to get them. But the cool thing about Ching Mao is that her good abilities, they're all 4 abilities are really good, but her 2 good abilities that are important are the blue ability, which isn't based on stats at all. It's just a flat percentage of the enemy's health, and her Violet ability, which again is a straight armor reduction on hit, not based on stats at all. So you could in theory ignore her dodge skin and her armor penetration skin for a while, even though that masquerade skin is probably one of the coolest skins in the game. Really work on that physical attack, trying to get her her damage output higher. But Ching Mao's most important thing is going to be that artifact, that primary artifact. And while artifacts do take a lot of investment, getting it to 3 stars and then investing in it after you invested a good amount in Asteroth's armor artifact is going to be the key to making Ching Mao a great support hero for Kira. And of course, over time, continue to level up the other aspects of Ching Mao, her gift of the elements, her glyphs, her other skins. Keep going with all of that. But Ching Mao makes Kira a monster. And in many respects, Ching Mao herself is quite the damage dealer. From there, I want to talk about using Nebula. Now, the thing about Nebula is it doesn't take a lot of investment in order for her damage buffs to be incredible. Nebula has her Violet ability Equilibrium, which is the little bouncing ball that bounces between 2 allied heroes that provides a temporary physical attack boost or magic attack, but the modifier for that skill is 100% physical attack. So any investment that you make into her physical attack skins or artifact or glyphs is going to exponentially translate directly, not exponentially, but translate directly into bonus damage on Kira and the hero behind Nebula. Nebula is easily had on Facebook from the Tournament of the Elements vendor, but on mobile you have to get her from being in a silver league in Guild Wars. She's not too terribly difficult to get either way, but having Nebula behind Kira is going to make Kira's damage output so incredibly high. Pair that with Ching Mao's armor penetration, not armor penetration, but armor melting debuff on her Violet skill, and you're going to have massive damage output quite frequently using Nebula. And she doesn't take much investment at all. You don't need to invest too much in any of her skins. Just level up her physical attack glyph, maybe her health glyph, and then you'll be fine. You'll be fine with Nebula in that 4th position. And then I want to go ahead and again round out the team with Martha. Same reasons as I mentioned earlier. Martha is a low investment, high output healer, quite tanky, so she will survive a lot of the fights in the campaign, in the tower. She does well in Arena, and even if you don't end up using this team of 5, both Martha and Asteroth, and even if you use Nebula elsewhere, all of these heroes are quite effective in their own right and find their homes in many teams. So in both cases, the Satori team and the Kira team, you could break this into pieces and build a second or third team out of some of these heroes. And again, even if you're not a free-to-play player, this team, this Kira team, might be a low investment idea for your Team 2 or Team 3 in Grand Arena, cross server wars, or just having more support heroes for your Guild War fights. I think these are both fantastic teams. They're both extremely effective. They both hold their weight. They both last very long into the late game, and the more you invest into them, the better they get. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think are low investment, high output heroes. Again, heroes that maybe not are easy to get, but heroes that with little investment become quite strong. Let me know in the comment section down below what you feel are some heroes that fit that description, and maybe we can do another video like this. The fun thing and the interesting thing about free-to-play, the idea of free-to-play, is it's contextual. Some people, free-to-play is spending $5 a month. Some people, free-to-play means spending $0. Some people, free-to-play means only using easy-to-get heroes. Of course, if you get an event and you get a hero, it is what it is. And some people consider free-to-play only using those heroes that require little investment to be effective. And I'm trying to hit everybody here. I'm trying to hit everybody here. So, with all that being said, let's wrap the video up here. I'll go ahead and tab a couple of the videos at the end here of some of the videos that I mentioned earlier in this video. So watch those if you'd like. I think they're very impactful videos, very informational videos. And if you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like so that it gets in front of other Hero Wars players just like yourself. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.